Yeah, y'all know what time it is, man. Boot Up or Shut Up Radio, episode 115, in full, rough, rugged, and raw effect, man. All right. Again, man, this is ISUPK, Israelite School Universal Practical Knowledge, man. Boot Up or Shut Up Radio, ready for the 115th episode. You all already know what to do. My memers and streamers out there, my brothers and sisters who are dedicated to the show, who represent, please, Baba Kwashah in the Hebrew, share this live feed video right now. That's right, R-A-T now. We get ready to get into it, man. ISUPK forever and a day, man, until Christ return. Again, you are live right now with Boot Up or Shut Up Radio. I am your host of this show. We getting ready to get into it. Priest of Wanya Allah, in full rough, rugged, and raw effect, all right? And we got a couple of stories that we're going to be going over, today with everybody. So get ready, man. We have a black pastor, or black pastors rather, who consider leaving the Southern Baptist Convention, all right? Over what? Over race, man. Over race. And Captain Kahan's been saying it forever, man. ISUPK deals in race relations. So you pastors out there are going to need some help real fast, all right? Again, we have, this so-called Joe Biden that's in here, that's America's president, along with a so-called black woman named Kamala Harris. Of course, she is a white Asian woman. But look at this. We have a report coming in that says there isn't a single black woman in the House of Democrats, man, on that leadership team. And guess what? It's nothing new about that. So we'll be getting into that as well. And guess what? We're finding out some things about the old Proud Boys. Okay? The Proud Boys, looking real sad right now. Okay? And guess what's going on? This is an exclusive, everybody. We have the Proud Boys leader was a prolific informer. That's right, informer for law enforcement. All right, so we're going to get into all of that. We're going to go ahead and play a song for you real quick. One of my favorite tunes, by Captain Akar. We're going to go ahead and get into that now. And guess what? We'll be back, man. So we want you all again. Make sure you're sharing this video ASAP. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you're sharing the video ASAP. And, we got some stories lined up for everybody today. All right. So, yeah, let's go ahead and get into it. Captain Akar 144 in the building, man. That's how we get down.
First breath I took, a life too surreal. Second breath I took was the pivot and strike, finish the kill. Influenced by might, with every sentence reveal. I won't pay back, fuck a dollar bill. Remain calm as the pressure build. Gotta endure until I let this pump whistle at my foes in memory of Emmett Till. I only live to do my master's will. It's UPK, motherfucker. Ain't no cowards on this battlefield. Gone astray but made greater. In my return, left to my mistakes. Every error was a lesson learned. Now I don't move, let's it get approved. Won't take a step till it get confirmed. Arm to take what was made for our sakes. March like a tank. One step will make the ground shake. My people sick in their head, Lord, let this truth spread like an outbreak and bring hell at them crackers can't escape. Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. I want payback for the scars in the slave memoirs. Till Christ arrive, I can't let it slide. Ignore the lies. The only free will that's before your eyes is life or death, nigga, you decide. This heaven was made for me and my fellow. I patiently wait with my eyes on the sparrow. And I pull a trigger while my lips kiss the barrel. Before I ever let a white bitch do me like Othello. I want out this wicked life like Romello. By any means, this devil pulling strings like Geppetto. Lay hold on this brotherhood, I swear I never let go. And fuck that silver spoon, got too much love for the ghetto. Till the score settle with feed be, I die for the cause. Just to hear them angels applaud. And I'm true by every word I say. Cause I know my victory on the way. Nigga, walk this way. This life may be hard, but I can't give up. On my nigga hard, and I won't give up. And could you tell me about this God that you feel so much? And why you look so tough? Cause it's real, I be walking with them angels. Boy, I can't be touched. Hard, but I can't give up. On my nigga hard, and I won't give up. Could you tell me about this God that you feel so much? And why you look so tough? Cause it's real, I be walking with them angels. Boy, I can't be touched. Came through in the clutch. They hate, but they can't doubt us. We princes of the power, what you know about us? Evil all around us, but a nigga straight. I told you I can't be touched. Holy angels walk at my pace. And I'm grateful for the words that had me delivered. I'm hungry for the glory, but I ain't eating till I feed my next. One West, what I die for. Attire out the book of numbers. This rifle from the Archangel Michael. My niggas rebels, you can't deny them. It's 144. I be running to and fro with the Allah higher. My UPK soldiers ain't no folding or pretending. We in it for them crowns, fuck friends, we want dominion. In the election ascension, I hope I make it through. Give a damn what a bitch think, as long as my niggas know I'm true. Betrayed your kind to get success. We make it through the eye of the needle, nigga. I be a life may be hard, but I can't give up. On my nigga hard, and I won't give up. And could you tell me about this God that you feel so much? And why you look so tough? Cause it's real, I be walking with them angels. Boy, I can't be touched. May be hard, but I can't give up. On my nigga hard, and I won't give up. Could you tell me about this God that you feel so much? And why you look so tough? It's real, I be walking with them angels. Boy, I can't be touched.
ISUPK.
Boot up or shut up radio live with Priest and Officer 5000 and Wanya Allah. Tune in every Sunday night from 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. Central Time. It's gonna be informative and provocative. Also broadcasted live with Priest and Captain of 13,000. Kahantham Yard will be reporting live from hell, using the Holy Scriptures to bring truth to the blacks, Latinos, and Native Indians in America, the 12 lost tribes of the nation of Israel. Boot up or shut up radio live every Sundays from 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. Central Time.
Boot up or shut up radio. Shut up radio. Home of self-mutilation. Whatever verse you pull out the Bible, you gon' cut yourself. Cut yourself.
Bam, bam, bam. Y'all know what it is already, y'all. Hey, what is going on to everybody that's out there in that radio land, man? All on Facebook, all on YouTube. You see what I'm saying? Every social media platform, man. The Boot Up or Shut Up Radio. We are in full rough, rugged, and raw effect, man. You see what I'm saying? And we got some news stories, that we have prepared for you once again, y'all. Again, we cannot make these things up. We say it weekly. And, it just keeps transpiring and proving everything that the priests and prophets are saying, backed up by biblical scriptures. It just doesn't stop. All right. So listen, with that being said, we want to go ahead and bring on Priest and Captain 13,000. Kahan Thumyard is in the building, y'all. Sitting in hell, which is earth. You already know what it is. Reporting live from hell, from the fiery furnace right now. Shalom, Cap. Yahweh Ba'Shem Yabashaba Rakatah. How you doing, Cap?
Shalom, my brother. Yahweh Ba'Shem Yabashaba Rakatah. What's going on?
Oh, man. Hey, what's going on is this world is in complete and utter chaos, Cap. It's just every day it's something on the news to make you forget what happened the day before on the news. You see what I'm saying? It's incredible, absolutely incredible.
That's right, bro.
Good night.
That's right. And what you saying is so right, because the news cycle, what's going on right now, what's coming through the news cycle. That's why these radio shows and podcasts, the ISUPK, has, the many ones that it has,
Right.
all the affiliates in the school, different radio shows, is so important because we keep you up to date.
Yeah.
And then not only that, give you the Lord's perspective on how these things, how we supposed to view these things and take analysis,
That's right.
spiritual analysis on these things, man.
Right.
So, I mean, the stories that we got tonight, I mean, they are paramount to what time we are in.
Right.
I mean, you really, when we go out into these stories, we're going to show you about feminism tonight. We're going to go into the Black Christian church. And remember, we told you that the Black Christian church is under a spiritual rebuke from God right now.
Right.
Okay? They're under a spiritual rebuke from God. And tonight, we're going to delve into it because, see, they some of them know what time it is, believe it or not. Some of them know. They've heard what the words of the prophets and ISUPK have said, and they went back and evaluated.
Yes, sir.
And they have members in that church who have gone to them and spoken to them about these things. So these things we're going to go into tonight is going to be some heavy points, man. But shout out to all the members and streamers out there, all the brothers and sisters that's listening. I want to salute the brothers in the Hebrew tongue. Shalom Yahweh Shema Shabakatham to all the brothers. Shalom Yahweh Shema Halatham Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah to all the sisters out there. You know, want to thank all y'all for supporting the ISUPK, paying your tithes. We got the Passover coming up, brothers and sisters.
Right.
Make sure you pay your Passover fund, okay? It's $200 for anyone over 17, okay? Make sure you send your Passover fund and go to ISUPK.com and make sure you send that cash over, man, so you can reserve your spot. It's going to be in Houston, Texas this year. It's going to be the bomb. We got a treat for you this year. You understand? And every year.
That's right.
So you better believe this year we're going to do it big. You understand? In the spirit of the Most High in Christ, man, to celebrate the Lord's Passover. And we're going to commemorate when the Lord made us, separated us from another nation and made us a nation. You understand? Gave us laws which are the institutions. You see that America's falling right now. America's falling. Its institutions are failing because they're destroying the buildings.
That's right.
You understand? Your institutions are spiritual. Your institutions are tied to these laws, statutes, and commandments. That is what an institution is built off of. And if you erode that, what good is a building? You understand? So,
damn.
I want y'all, you got anything you want to add, man, before we go get right into these stories, my brother?
I want to dive straight in on these, reports that you sent me. These reports are going to tell the whole story. I'm going to do some reading and listening. There's absolutely nothing right now for me to say. Okay.
Okay.
But let's get in it.
Let's get. Damn right. Let's get right into it then. With no further ado, let's go into story number 9, my brother. Story number 9 with the Black Christian Church.
Conor McGregor. All right, we have the Black Christian Church. You all, let me go and pull it up, Cap. You can go and talk them a little bit into it. Segue if you don't mind. Let me see.
Yeah. So what we have here is the Black Southern Baptists are planning to split with the white Southern Baptists, and guess what the common factor is? Guess what the main factor of why they want to split, brothers and sisters? Some of you may say it's the way to salvation. No, incorrect.
Right.
Some of you may say it has to do with baptism. No, you're incorrect. It has to do with race.
Damn.
I'm getting some background noise on y'all. I don't know if that's myself or...
It may be yourself. Yeah,
but,
I'm completely silent over here right now.
Yeah, hey.
Okay, yeah, it may be was somebody called in. What's going on?
Yeah, I got a question.
Okay, state your name. Hold on, just a second, brother. State your name and who you are and what you're calling for.
Yes, sir. My name is Young Man Michael from RGB McAllen 956.
Okay, Rio Grande Valley. All right, what's going on, young man?
Yes, sir. I'm just trying to figure out when it says in the Bible that the angels that left their bodies for new bodies, they left their bodies for new bodies, right? To come into the world. You need me to look up the verse, or do you think you know the verse?
Well, I mean, it would help. It would definitely help if you have, the verse, so we can go ahead and make it. All right.
Sure.
You always want to call in.
Sure.
Say it.
One second, sir. One second. Salakia.
No problem. Yeah, you always want to call in prepared. It makes it a lot better, so you can get whatever question you need answered. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. So, and what we'll do, listen here, young man Mike. What we'll do, we're gonna go and get started. You stay on the line, right? You hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yeah. You go ahead and get started on the, and then we'll make sure that
it's Jude 1:6.
It's
Jude 1:6.
Is what now?
Jude 1:6.
Okay.
And the angels which
kept not their first estate.
The angels which kept not their first estate,
right,
but left their own habitation, he has served in everlasting chains under the darkness unto the judgment of the great day.
Okay. So your question is?
So what does that? Well, what does that mean? Like, are the angels like, do they leave their bodies and become humans, or did they? What's up with that?
Nah. Okay. You always got to know, young man Mike, when you read the Bible, there's two main things that you have to deal with, right? You have to deal with this book of Enoch that's floating around. That's a book about the book of Enoch written by white men, and then the Christianity, and the spookism, the Christianity and the spook. Mike, you gotta calm the noise out behind you, all right?
Right.
Okay, you there? Mike, are you there? Young man Mike, are you there?
Yeah, I'm right here.
Okay, all right. So let me go and answer this so we can get the show started. So those angels, brother, who kept not that first estate?
Okay, I got you. I got Weaver here. Yes, sir.
Young man Mike, can you hear me?
Yes, sir. I'm here.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm still here.
Okay, okay, listen, Mike, what we're going to do, I'm going to go ahead and answer this at the end. You stay tuned, and I'm going to go ahead and put you on mute for now, right? Because we're going to get the show started, and I will answer it clearly. But you got to make sure what you got to do for me, man. You got to make sure that you cut down the background noise that's in the back, all right?
Yeah, okay. It's kind of hard because I'm having to write.
Okay, but I'm going to mute you for now so we can get the show started. I'll come back and answer those questions. I'll answer that question thoroughly for you, all right? Just hold out closer to the end of the show, okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay, all right. All right, Salaki, Captain Khan, are you there?
Con, I'm here, brother.
Okay, Salaki, so I get, they started bringing up questions about the Bible. I want to dive straight in, because y'all done talk, you know what I'm saying?
Tell him to pay attention to what's going on right now. He's going to learn a lot.
Conor
Tell him to
McGregor.
pay attention to what's going on right now. He got classes for that. We can ask questions at the end of the thing. What we got to go into is paramount.
That's right,
We got to go into the night. He got to pay attention to what we going into right now.
Yes, sir.
He don't understand about them leaving their first estate if he pays attention to what we bringing out tonight.
Exactly, Conor McGregor. All right, well, let's go ahead and get into it. Salaki again, Cap, to you, because I know you on fire, you blazing, you ready to go in, and I'm gonna get on that level right now, right? So again, we have the first story for the night, which is the black pastors, right? The black pastors consider exodus from the Southern Baptist Convention over race. Okay.
over race. Once again, the race card it remains dominant in the conversation. And remember, a lot of this is happening because, remember, the white evangelicals, they were a large majority of those that stormed the Capitol.
Right.
They are a strong base behind Donald Trump. And contrary to popular belief, they're white supremacists.
Damn.
Wrapped in religion. So what we have now is the black pastors. They've been getting rebuked so much online and on the street from the ISUPK, and we asking them, what do you got to say about all this racism?
Right.
Why isn't your white counterparts in the religion of Christianity saying anything about all this racism? But let's go deeper, my brother. Give me some more of this story.
All right, Dwight McKissick. He's the pastor of Cornerstone Baptist Church, and his wife, Vera McKissick, prayed during services in Arlington, Texas, June the 7th, 2020. McKissick has been affiliated with the Southern Baptist Convention for more than 45 years. Now he's pondering whether he and his congregation should break away over race-related actions of some white SBC leaders. Good night.
Well.
Good night.
Oh, how the times have changed. After 45 years of worshiping the white Jesus,
Man.
now you come to have a revelation. You know why? Because like I said before, politics and religion and race are going to all intersect.
Right.
And this is why we say that Christianity is the mark of the beast in the ISUPK. He's now, and let's delve into this thing, because we don't understand who in charge.
Right.
We don't understand who is the master and who is the slave in this religion. You're about to see right now, without a shadow of a doubt. Go ahead, my brother.
Conor McGregor, sir. Black pastors are unhappy with the current leadership of Southern Baptist Convention, and some are leaving the largest U.S. Protestant denomination over race. Racially insensitive from some leaders of the predominantly white SBC has become a concern for black pastors, especially after controversial declaration by SBC seminary presidents in late 2020. The church leaders made a provocative declaration against critical race theory. They argued that
now this critical race theory. I want you to look up that word, that definition of critical race theory, because critical race theory is almost okay. It delves into, first of all, it just goes into everything about race, how all these things are interconnected with race. You understand? Critical race theory. So what they're saying is these church leaders, basically, just to sum it up for you, they don't want to talk about race. In no way, shape, fashion, or form in the church, whether that's racial justice or racial reconciliation as far as reparations, anything dealing with race, these Southern Baptist Christians, that's what SBC stands for, the Southern Baptist Christians, they don't want to talk about race. You understand? Meaning this, they are saying that it is against the Christian doctrine. Do you hear me tonight? They are white Christians in the Southern Baptist Convention have set the parameters on race in the religion. Do you hear what I'm telling you tonight? And that is why a lot of these black pastors are starting to try to break away, because they can't talk about salvation by being colorblind. They can't talk about why we are getting oppressed. They know who the oppressed are. The so-called black Hispanics and Native American Indians. And while we're openly getting oppressed, the white pastors are telling them, don't talk about anything with race.
That's right.
We're gonna coin that term critical race theory. Don't talk about it.
Right.
Because it's not relevant to what's going on in the Bible.
That's right.
You understand? And look, and a lot of you Christians, you share that same ideology. You share that same religious philosophy and all those different things because you told us in the Bible that it wasn't about race. I remember. But then Trayvon Martin happened. Then all these different shootings and all these different things start going on video. Then it went to live stream and high definition. Now you start to change your tone. You understand? So they want to break away from the Southern Baptist Convention.
That's right.
Go ahead.
And I have the definition of critical race theory, better known as CRT, and it reads, is a framework in jurisprudence that examines society and culture as they relate to categorizations of race, law, and power in the United States of America. It began as a movement in America law schools in the mid to late 1980s as a reworking of critical law theory on race issues. Cap, you've been saying that the whole time.
So you see what's going on now,
right?
Because race is now in every forum of, whether it's workplace, sports, wherever. Race now is the dominant factor,
right?
In how we see things. That is how, and this, make no mistake about it, this is a sign of us getting ready to break away from Christianity.
Right.
These are some of the forerunners, but you see what's going on now. The Lord is setting these events here. Remember what Paul said, that you can get the whole scripture too, where it said that day should not come lest there be a falling away first.
Conor McGregor.
You understand? Paul said this was going to happen. You understand? Because of those leaders now, they can't keep up the facade no more. Those black Christian churches can't keep up the facade no more, especially not with these millennials and these young black millennials and the Latin X generation is what they call them with the Latino brothers.
Right.
They can't keep up with it because they're socially hip to what's going on. You understand?
That's right.
They're becoming more politically aware of what's going on, and it's hurting the church at the same time. It's hurting the Christian church right now. Because they don't want to talk about dying to get salvation. They want to know when they're going to get salvation here. When their problems are going to get fixed here.
Right.
And they're not getting those answers. And with the UPK on their heels, which you know we are.
That's right.
They saying, look, we gotta kind of show some kind of resistance against these white racist evangelicals, even though they've been in bed with them for 45 years.
Damn.
45 years. You know how much black injustice, Hispanic and Native American Indian injustice that happened in 45 years? Damn. And now you know why now he wants to break away? Because he's running out of lies now. He's running out of excuses now.
Right.
You understand? Let's get some more, my brother.
Conor McGregor. Second Thessalonians chapter 2, verse 3. Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come.
You see what Paul said? Paul said this. Don't let no man deceive you by any means. You understand? Any means meaning any means, whether it's political, financial.
That's right.
Any kind of means, philosophy. Don't let nobody deceive
Material,
you. There's a lot
right.
of deception going on right now.
That's right.
We live in an information age, and you have access to many types of information at your fingertips with the World Wide Web and all these different social media outlets. But don't let no man deceive you by any means, because there's a lot of deception out here with all this so-called information. You understand? A lot of people are being deceived. A lot of things are being revealed, but at the same time, a lot of people are being deceived because they have not been taught by the prophets. They have not been rooted in this truth and got grounded by men of the Lord to teach them the right way.
That's right.
What to look for.
That's right.
You understand? The telltale signs, the signals to pay attention to know when deception is happening. You understand? Go ahead.
Conor McGregor. For that day shall not come, except there come a falling away first, and that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition.
You see that? There has to be a separation.
Yeah.
It has to be a separation from what we believe and what they believe. And that split is going to happen in the church.
Right.
You're going to see it happen. This is parts of the cracks that's happening in the wall right now. There has to be a falling away first. Falling away from what? His religion, his philosophy, his way of life, his culture. We have to fall away from that for that day to come. That day, what is that day? Judgment Day.
That's right.
The day when our King, Yahweh Shah Mashiach, returns to give us justice, to restore the kingdom unto the house of Israel. Go ahead.
Conor McGregor. That's it for that verse, unless we go on to verse 4.
Okay. Let's go more into this story.
Conor McGregor. All right, so let me get back over here. All right. So now we continue on with the story, everybody. They argued that a fundamental concept in the struggle against racial injustice contravenes church doctrine. Okay, reported. Critical race theory acknowledges the systemic racism is part of the current American life and also challenges the beliefs that allow it to flourish. This is a CNN report. Critical race theory is a practice. It's an approach to grappling with a history of white supremacy that rejects the belief that what's in the past is in the past, and that the laws and systems that grow from that past are detached from it, said Kimberly Crenshaw. She is a founder of critical race theorist and a law professor at UCLA and Columbia universities. Many black pastors are wary that the conservative head of the Southern Baptist Theological Seminary, Reverend Albert Mohler, may be as the next president of the SBC in June at the national meeting in Nashville. Now, Mohler's actions have concerned them. While the seminary announced new scholarship funds for black students, Mohler declined declined to change the names of the buildings at his seminary named after slaveholders. A supporter of Donald Trump.
What they're doing is giving out black kids scholarships, but not changing the name of the institution. So they're looking at it like, once again, it's like giving a dog a bone. You understand?
I tell you, man.
It's like, okay, we'll give you this money, but we're not trying to change the institution, which just goes to show you they treat our leaders like whores, because that's what they really are.
Right.
They are religious and political prostitutes to these white folks.
Damn.
You understand? Let's see what else they say. Go ahead.
Conor McGregor. Good night. So now it says Mohler declined to change the names, right, of the buildings at his seminary named after slaveholders. A supporter of Donald Trump in the 2020 election, Mohler played a key role in the repudiation of critical race theory. Now, the Southern Baptist Convention was founded in 1845 as a result of a split with Northern Baptists over slavery. The SBC became the Church of Southern Slaveholders, AP reported. Today, its membership is about 14.5 million and predominantly white. Now, black churches in the SBC.
Did you hear that? Did you hear that? Predominantly white. You understand? Go ahead.
Conor McGregor. Black churches in the SBC have a combined membership of about 400,000. So the SBC formally apologized in 1995 for its pro-slavery past and later condemned white supremacy. But racial tensions have exploded recently after a November 30th statement from 6 seminary presidents, all white, who did not consult with black church leaders before declaring their critical race theory and incompatible and was incompatible with. They didn't even check with him, Cap.
They didn't even, hold on. So meaning, check this out.
They didn't even acknowledge
They
it.
had a discussion about race and didn't even invite their slaves to the table.
Oh, man.
Do you hear what I'm saying? And the black pastors got wind of it and said, "You didn't even invite us to discuss this."
Man.
So what is this? What is this saying about Christianity? They have set the parameters of what you consider the gospel, and they tell you what's right and what's not right, according to God's word. That's what you and you Christians be the same one to say, I don't follow, I don't listen to man, I don't follow no man. Bullshit. Excuse my language.
Nah, that's right.
You follow the white man.
Yeah.
The white man just told you he don't want you talking about race in his pulpit. He don't want you talking about race in his church.
Right.
And listen, understand this. This is the Southern Baptist Convention. If you talk about race now, after they done made this statement, after they made this decree in their organization, that deems you a religious heretic. That's what that means. You are. If you talk about race, they can charge you with heresy.
Good night.
Do you hear what I'm telling you tonight? If you are a black Christian, you are a black Southern Baptist Christian under the Southern Baptist Convention, if you talk about race now, it is a heresy. They would call you a heretic now.
Man.
And let me tell you something else. What does that also mean? That you can't say Christ is black.
That's right.
You understand that?
Right.
You understand how they give power to the image of the beast.
Damn.
You can't say Christ is black. You understand? Because to say Christ is black, that sounds too much close to critical race theory.
Oh, man, they playing it. Woo.
Do you understand what time we in? This beast is going to continue to show who he is.
Wars in his
more
heart.
and more and more. As the closer we get to the end, he's going to reveal himself.
That's right, Cap. That's right.
And hold up. That means we can't even say nothing about race. And see now, and that's why I gotta keep going back to Nicodemus. Nicodemus knew what time it was.
Right.
He knew what time it was. He saw the political trouble on the horizon of Rome, and he saw what was going on with black leadership. And then he saw this man, this revolutionary, this powerful brother named Jesus Christ, Yahweh Shah Mashiach in the Hebrew, and seeing him do things that no man could do. Seeing him make sense of the law in which the scribes and the Pharisees failed on. And he came to him by night because he saw what was getting ready to happen.
That's right.
You understand? He wanted to know, how could a man enter into the kingdom of heaven? He wanted to know. They weren't talking about everybody. He was talking about the welfare and the affairs of our people. That's what they were discussing that night.
That's right.
That's what he came to our king for. He didn't come to talk about saving the Romans. He was saying, what's going to be the latter end of our people? What's the process?
Right.
Make it make sense to me.
Right.
That's what he wanted to know.
That's right.
Go ahead, brother.
And if I may add to the comment you had said, like our people, they say, I don't follow no man. I don't follow no man. And you right, Cap. They do follow the white man, but they don't look at him as a white man. He's a god to them. You see what I'm saying? So they say, I don't follow no man. No, they think they following God, man. And that's the reason why. Listen, even and it's a shame to say, but it's true. If because we're gonna stay on the street. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna do exactly what Commander Junior Hunter, you know what I'm saying, put the order out there for us to do. And as we wake up our people and tell them, Jesus Christ is a black man, you know what I'm saying, that walked this earth perfect, the most powerful man on the planet. It's like sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes, man, especially back in the day, our people would get upset when you take their white Jesus away from them. And they don't even want to go to church. If what we're saying is true, then damn it, it's got to be a microchip. You see what I'm saying? Because ain't no way that I'm going to serve a black man. And guess what? That is going to change. Just like the earth and the world changed with coronavirus. I'm telling you, all the listeners out there, to spread the word. You see what I'm saying? And don't be ashamed. The children of Jacob, the children of Israel will no longer be ashamed, man. Christ is a black man. That's what he is. You see what I'm saying? And he was only for the restoration of the nation of Israel, period. Okay, Cap, you got it. I just had to put that in there right there.
No, bro, what you're saying is spot on, because you know what those white Christians know? When those black Christian pastors, that's what got Warnock in trouble.
Right.
Almost cost him the election down there in Georgia, because they said that he started sounding a little too radical. Let me tell you something, man. These black pastors you hear in these churches saying things that you be like, wow, he just said something about race. They just now mustering up the courage, a lot of them.
That's right.
And they mustering up the courage because they hear ISUPK on the street.
That's it.
They know, they saying, look, if we don't step up, the Bible is a living word.
Yes, sir.
With me tonight, brothers and sisters.
That's right.
The Bible is not just a book of history and prophecy. It's a book of past, present, and future. It's alive. It's alive. So if the doctrine that you're teaching does not match the condition of what is going on with our people, you have failed, and you are not rightly dividing the word. This is why we tell those pastors that that's not your ministry, brother. Mm-hmm. That's not you have a ministry, but leading the Lord's chosen people, administering his word, that's not your ministry. Because it turns into prosperity gospel.
That's right.
It turns into some other man-made desire you have, and Martin Luther King's dream and all that. That ain't what God said to do. So now these white Christian pastors, they watch, they paying attention. Mm-hmm. They know who the strongest. They seeing who rising up in the earth.
Right.
You understand? And
That's
what
right.
makes sense, because at the same time they supporting white supremacy. Keep in mind, these same Southern Baptist white Christians, they support white supremacy. They support the Proud Boys. They support all these white militias. So they trying to grow in power and counter what's going on with us in our nation.
That's right. That's right.
And they seeing these black pastors starting to talk about black issues, and they say, "Hold on, you sounding too much more like those Israelites.
Come on now.
You starting to sound a little bit more like what's that man name? Commanding General Yohana of the ISUPK. Starting to sound a little bit more like them. You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna have a convention and we're gonna cancel out this. This is something we're not gonna have in our churches.
Ooh-wee.
But you know what they will have in that church? They will have a white Jesus hanging up in that church.
Damn.
They will have the white angels hanging up in that church. Brothers and sisters, you better pay attention to what we are saying tonight. We did not write this story here.
Yep.
We didn't make this story up.
Right.
This is happening right now as we speak. What you are having is a schism, a religious schism right now between black Christians and white Christians over race. And it should have been that way from the giddy-up.
Right. We.
The only reason it's like that now is because the ISUPK has pushed the envelope. And now you can't run from it now. Let's get some more, my brother.
Conor McGregor. So now it says, but racial tensions have exploded recently after a November 30th statement from 6 seminary presidents, all white, who did not consult with black church leaders before declaring that critical race theory was incompatible with central tenets of the SBC's scripture-based theology. Now, Virginia pastor,
understand that? Meaning that talking about race is incompatible with our religious doctrine.
That's right.
Don't tell me Christianity is not white supremacy. Don't tell me that no more. I don't want to hear it no more. Go ahead.
Conor McGregor. Virginia-based Marshall Osbury, president of the organization that represents the SBC's black pastors, responded. He wrote to the presidents and explained that concepts such as critical race theory, quote, help us to see and discover otherwise undetected systemic racism in institutions and in ourselves, unquote. It goes on. The optics of 6 Anglo brothers meeting to discuss racism and other related issues without having ethnic representation in the room in 2020, at worst, it looks like Parternalism. I can't get that word. Man, it's very important too.
Hold on 1 second.
Okay, Conor McGregor.
Paternalism.
Paternalism, and at best insensitivity, said Osbury. First vice.
Let me tell you something. The optics.
Paternalism.
It is what it is. If it looks like a snake and it acts like a snake, it is a snake. You see the problem with these Christians. You've been so brain. It's obvious to see who the brainwashed ones are at this point. They tried to say, well, we were brainwashed, and it's obvious to see that who don't even rely on their own eyes to see what's in front of them. It's obvious to see that. He's saying the optics, but it is what it is.
Right.
They didn't invite you. They didn't invite black pastors to that discussion because your opinion is not important to them.
Good night. And Cap, I have
your viewpoint doesn't matter to them because they decide if you're gonna go to heaven or not. They decide if you saved or not. They decide if you're gonna get salvation or not. Why? Because of their religion.
And I have Cap here.
You understand what I'm saying?
Salaki, if I may.
Go ahead.
Okay, Tawada. I have the definition of paternalism, and it's very important. That's why I pause on that word. Paternalism is the policy or practice on the part of people in positions of authority of restricting the freedom and responsibilities of those subordinate to them in the subordinate's supposed best interest. Cap, do you hear that? That word was very important.
You see that?
Golly, man.
Hold on. That sounds like slavery to me. I want y'all.
100%, Cap. These
sounds like religion.
It is.
Go ahead.
No, it is because it says the people in positions of authority of restricting the freedom and responsibilities of those subordinate to them. That's it right there. You know what I'm saying? So they look at us as slaves. No, you can't come. No, you're not invited, you damn slave. You know what I'm saying? Put your hands up and keep hooping and hollering and saying that you're speaking in some damn tongues. You see what I'm saying? That you don't know what you're saying. And keep worshiping white Jesus. And if you get your butt out of line in any form or fashion, as it was back in the day today, they might not burn the church down, but they're going to shut it down. And they're going to find a way to shut it down. And they're going to infiltrate inside the pastors and try, inside of their seminaries. Because why? Half the pastors, listen, man, y'all, let me tell you something. Half of these pastors, they Masons anyway. You feel what I'm saying? And so it's a clique within a clique. You're saying, and all of it's convoluted with a bunch of lies. So they don't have any loyalty to their, congregation or to their people because they can be puppeted. And they can be manipulated. And guess what? The Bible says that the pastors are Sodom and Gomorrah. So if the white man got something on you like that, then you're going to definitely stay in line because you a closeted homosexual. What can you say? How can you stand against your people and make any moves in a militant fashion, in a masculine fashion? You can't. You see what I'm saying? You can't. So that's why you have to be in the ISUPK and you have to be with the army of the Lord in the body of Christ under commanding General Yohana. It's more to it when we say that. And Cap's been saying, and I'm just echoing the sentiment. You see, we specialize in race relations. I'm going to tell you, you pastors out here before I give it back to Cap, you cannot ear hustle this Bible. You can't come to class and ear hustle what Commanding General Yohana saying or any of the prophets. You're going to have to put on all black here and you're going to have to humble yourself. Else guess what? The Lord not going to open your eyes, man. This world's going to wax cold. Okay. And listen, your eyes are going to be shut. You're not going to be able to see and not going to be able to hear, unable to teach. You can't grab a little bit here, grab a little bit there, and then mix it in with your feminine, fearful, terrified doctrine that you have, man. It doesn't work. It's only one way. That's that straight gate. You see what I'm saying? And broad is the way that leads to destruction, man. So you're going to have to come through here or else guess what? You're going to go down. Your church going to go down. White folks going to take over your church. They're going to gentrify your black church. That's what's going to happen. See what I'm saying? And they're going to do what they're going to gentrify with the doctrine, right? They're going to gentrify with the pictures on the wall and everything. And you're not going to do anything because why? Because you don't love black people enough to come to the ISUPK and learn how to have rulership. And that's the problem with our pastors, man. That's the problem with the black church. And that's why they are the blame and will continue to be the blame for it. And if you don't think so, keep living, wait till Christ comes. All right, because guess what? It'll be revealed in that day. You'll know that the Lord ain't with you. All right, Salaki Cap, you got it.
Oh, damn right, brother. If we read further on, you're gonna see who paying these black pastors. You're gonna see who been financing these black pastors.
Good
Let's
night.
get more into it.
Okay, Conor McGregor. So now it says, at worst, it looks like paternalism. At best, insensitivity. And Osbury, first, he's the vice president of the SBC, in an interview with Baptist Press, the official news agency of the SBC. The presidents later apologized for not consulting black pastors and met with some of them on January the 6th. Now, despite this, they have not wavered in their rejection of critical race theory. All right, so the critical race theory movement believes conventional legal strategies cannot deliver social and economic justice. The theory calls for, quote, legal approaches that take into consideration race as a nexus of American life, unquote. That's according to the First Amendment Encyclopedia. The theory developed when legal scholars, lawyers, and activists realized that many of the advances of the civil rights era had hit a roadblock and were in fact being reversed. Reverend Charlie Dates of the Progressive Baptist Church in Chicago has already left the SBC. The November statement by the 6 SBC presidents was the last straw, he said. He did the theological architects of American slavery develop the moral character to tell the church how it should discuss and discern racism. So Dates wrote in an opt for Religion News Service, quote, the hard reality of seminary president's statement is that black people will never gain full equality in the Southern Baptist Convention. I'm gonna pull that back, Cap. The hard reality.
Can you say? Can you say that one more time, my brother?
Con out of one con. This is Dates. Dates wrote in an op for Religion News Service. Quote: the hard reality of the seminary president's statement is that black people will never gain equality in the Southern Baptist Convention. Unquote.
Shout out to the ISUPK.
Golly, been right on it.
Shout out, brothers, the brothers that out there teaching, and shout out to all the brothers in Chicago under Captain Marvel Quad.
Right.
All the brothers that out there teaching what we teach. Trust me, you continue to teach what we teach. What you're saying ain't wrong.
Right. That's right.
See, they don't want to come out and say, well, you know what? Oh, y'all all the way right. You know why? Because they know. See, they see what if they. Give me, hold on, matter of fact, give me the book of, take me to the book of Matthew chapter 16, verse 1.
Conor McGregor.
This is what Christ told the Pharisees and the Sadducees.
Chapter 16, verse 1. All right, here we go. This is the book of Matthew in the New Testament, chapter 16, verse 1, and it reads, the Pharisees also with the Sadducees came, and tempting desired him that he would shew them a sign from heaven. Verse 2. He answered and said unto them.
You see that? They came to Christ. They always came to Christ. They always try to try Christ.
Right.
They always try to trip Christ up. They said, look, show us a sign from heaven. Go ahead.
Conor McGregor. Verse 2. He answered and said unto them, when it is evening, ye say, it will be fair weather, for the sky is red. Verse 3. And in the morning, it will be foul weather today, for the sky is red and lowering. O ye hypocrites, ye can discern the face of the sky, but can ye not discern the signs of the times?
You see that? Christ cut them. Christ said, look,
Woo.
you can discern, if you can look at the sky and tell what the day going to bring based on how the sky look in the evening and in the morning, how you can't discern the sign of the time.
Damn.
They knew, let me tell you something, these pastors, these black pastors trust and believe. They putting up a front right now, but a lot of them know the sign of the times. A lot of them see what's going, and they seeing it because we saying it.
Right.
They seen it because they know the word, like the real words of the Lord come from the prophets. And you can't fake that. You can't fake that.
Man, right.
And the streets know. The streets know who real.
Yep.
The streets know ISUPK real. Because they open this book and they get understanding that they haven't gotten that church for 15, 20 years.
That's right.
Because it makes sense to them now. Now they can see themselves and they can see their own condition in the Bible. These pastors, they see what time it is. You understand? And a lot of them trying to get all the crumbs they can and try to save their reputation. That's what a lot of them are doing. The more bold ones is trying to leave the church, leave the Southern Baptist. They still ain't left the full ideology of Christianity,
Right.
but they trying to do a little damage control now. You understand? Let's get some more because you got to understand they done made money under the Southern Baptist Convention all these years, 45 years.
Man,
You know how much money he's made?
they raked in
Tax
some.
free
Good night. They raked in some bread, Cap.
by teaching that by teaching a false philosophy. You gonna have to give an account for that.
Ooh-wee.
You gonna have to give an account for that.
That's right.
You understand?
Yeah.
Go ahead, my brother.
Conor McGregor. Other black pastors who have severed ties with the SBC include Reverend Seth Martin, who multiracial Brook Community Church in Minneapolis had been receiving financial support from the Southern Baptist Association in Minnesota, and Reverend Joel Bowman.
You see that?
Yes,
they
sir.
was breaking them off. That's who financing them.
Good night.
You understand? That's who financing. These white supremacists, these white supremacist church pastors. They financing these black churches.
Damn.
Didn't we tell you that years ago?
Good night.
Didn't we tell you that years ago? That they was propping them up, and they didn't prop them up by supporting Donald Trump. See, they know. Let me tell you something.
Oh man.
Listen, they know who's feeding them. That's why they don't. That's why they don't kick against the grain. They know who's feeding them. They know these white evangelicals. The Southern Baptist Convention been financing them black churches for years.
Good night.
So it makes it don't surprise me when they get mad and try to come up against us. Look who their master is.
Man.
Look who they serve.
And they
They
bet
don't
not.
serve the people.
And Cap, they bet not change that doctrine. They bet not deviate from none of the Christian theologian white seminary doctrine that they learned. They bet not go to the right or left. You see what I'm saying? And that's why they terrified, because it's money, 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 and that's all it is. And they put that money directly in their pocket, because ain't nothing happening to the churches. It ain't like they becoming, immaculate, and, you got different wings and different buildings and stuff is going on. Ain't none of that happening. You see what I'm saying? But they all feed themselves. You know what I'm saying? And again, along with, you said something that was heavy when they said they have to have an account for what they're saying. That's why Farrakhan said, he going to pay for the things that he been saying. He said that out of his own mouth. You see what I'm saying? That he has to pay for, the things that he been saying for the past 40 years. You know what I'm saying? And all of that, everybody, all of that is the mark of the beast, man. These fake churches and that doctrine and, Islam and Buddha, whatever you into other than the God of Israel that's in the Bible. You see what I'm saying? All of it is the mark of the beast, man. And it's going to come to a head. And guess what? It is going to bust like a boil, man. All that infection is got to come out the body, man. You see what I'm saying? And the truth,
Right.
The scriptures say the truth going to set you free, man. Saying not no remix. It says it's going to be a new song that's sung, man, on earth. It ain't going to be no remix. You You know what I'm saying? A little bit of dabble. It's going to be a new song, man. You know what I'm saying? And that's what we pushing towards. And listen, by Mashiach, listen, by Yahweh Shah Mashiach, man, under Commanding General Yohana, it is going to happen. You can either be with it, right? Or, get rolled over, or you can be with it, man. Either way, you are not going to stop the Bible, the living word, the prophecies that's in this Bible, man. So we hope that you wake up. Listen, because if not, I'm going to say it again. In that day, you're going to know that the Lord ain't with you, man. And you don't. It's a terrible, terrible thing to fall into the hands of the living God. All right, you got it, Cap.
Con, so we can get up off of this story.
Yes, sir.
You understand? That just goes to show you. We can go to story number 8. I just go to show you that when the Bible says you got to confess Christ, it ain't talking about to say He your Lord and Savior.
Right.
To confess Christ meaning to go into all to go into race, to go into the issues that is affecting our people, and to say what color was Christ.
Right.
To say who would Christ be if Christ is alive. So to not say that he's a black man and to say nobody never seen his color is a lie.
Right.
You understand?
That's right.
That's a lie, and that's the spirit of the Antichrist. What you got going on in these churches is the spirit of the Antichrist, and it's not of God. You understand? It's about white supremacy, like we always said it was. And now these black pastors, they're going to either have to take the mark or they're going to have to try to go against it.
Damn.
And the only way they can really fight against it is to get racial consultation, not the critical race theory.
Right.
Because race is not a theory. You can say what you want to say.
That's right.
Race is not a theory. You understand? Race is reality. You understand? This is not a computer simulation we're dealing with here.
That's right.
This is real life.
Yep.
You understand? So with that, we can move on. We can go on to story number 8, my brother.
Conor McGregor, story number 8. Let me see. Let me go ahead and get right here. Nancy Grace, y'all. Nancy Grace spars with profiler over teens at Walmart attack. And she says, we're worried that they grew up without a daddy.
Now, I want you black feminists to hear this.
Damn, in their face.
Because this, now, hold on now. Understand this. This is not coming from a black man. This is coming from a white woman.
Man.
You hear that, you black feminists?
Damn.
You black feminists. This is more proof that feminism has goddamn failed.
Damn.
Black feminism has failed. And guess what? Let the white woman tell you it failed.
Damn.
Because she didn't say that they grew up without, she worried that they grew up without a strong black woman or a strong mother. What did she say? I want y'all to, she worried that what?
We're worried that she grew up without daddy. Mm-hmm.
Do you understand that?
Yep.
Do you understand how important a father is in the household in this nation? You black women, Hispanic and Native American Indian women.
Damn.
It's coming out of your own oppressor's mouth. They know what they done to you, and they know what a child needs in their life. Child needs a father. Let's see what these young girls did. Go ahead, brother.
Come on. Shame, man. So shameful. Now, again, Fox Nation host Nancy Grace chastised a criminal profiler on her show Thursday for suggesting that the 4 teenagers arrested in the fatal stabbing of a young girl at a Louisiana Walmart were a product of deprived upbringings. Phil Chalmers.
Look at that.
Right. Phil Chalmers, a counter homicide trainer and criminal profiler, joined Grace on the latest episode of the Fox Nation Crime Stories, which focused on the recent murder of a 15-year-old who was stabbed during a fight with several other girls inside a Walmart store on January the 23rd. Now, the alleged attacks.
And let me tell you something. I've seen that video, and that video, I mean, it's sad. It's heartbreaking.
Damn.
I've seen that video online. That video is heartbreaking. And I've seen, they had another video later on after that where the young girl got on there, was talking, was bragging. Then got on there. I think it might have been her mother or auntie in the background telling her to apologize. It was just sad.
Damn, man.
You black women, let me tell you something. You black women, you better shut your mouth when you talking to the ISUPK.
Yeah.
Don't tell us a goddamn thing. I'm gonna tell you straight up. Like I'm on one right now with you black women.
Mm-hmm.
You better not tell the ISUPK a damn thing about being no man and about what's right. You don't know what's right because you have failed in raising these kids. These young girls out here are doing all kind of manner of things online live, and a lot of them out here getting involved in sex trafficking, getting involved in all kind of different things, and then you want to blame the father, but you kick the father out the house.
Damn.
It ain't his fault. It's your fault. It's your fault. You keep the father away from the child for all these years, and then these girls get out here and do this. That's the first thing Nancy Grace asked, where the daddy at? And listen, she didn't say that it was a normal thing. She said a deprived household. Did you hear that?
Right.
This is a criminologist. And let me tell you something. Criminologists study these things. They look. One of the first signs they look for in these juveniles is that they grew up in a stable home. They don't teach you that. They ain't telling you black women that.
Man.
They saying what are the triggers that led to this child becoming this type of behavior. And what did she say? She worried they didn't grow up without a father. There you have it.
Man.
Go ahead, brother.
Yeah, you know, the Bible speaks about they'll give birth to monstrous children. You see what I'm saying? Clearly, it says.
That's right. That's right.
You know, so yeah, that's biblical, Cap, and they can't. You know, there's no way to get around. The Bible when it speaks like that. So again, they don't know the Bible either. You know what I'm saying, Cap? Like. It's absolutely terrible, man. You know what I'm saying? But, we'll get more into it right now, right? Let's go ahead and get more of the story, everybody. Okay, so, again, the Chalmers said the attack is considered, let me go ahead and go back up. The alleged attackers, whose ages range from 12 to 14 years old, had stolen weapons from the store and can be seen bragging about the attack in a social media live stream. The victim was later pronounced dead at an area hospital. Chalmers said the attack is consistent with CDC data indicating a troubling rise in suicide and homicide rates among young girls, many of whom grow up in poverty, abuse, family breakdowns. Okay.
Can you read this section one more time? What Chalmers said the attack is consistent with the CDC data.
Conor McGregor, sir. Chalmers said the attack is consistent with CDC data, indicating a troubling rise in suicide and homicide rates among young girls, many of whom grow up in poverty, abuse, family breakdowns.
Do you understand that, man?
Damn.
Poverty, abuse, and family breakdown.
Breaks my heart, man.
A lot of those things happen without a father being in the house.
Damn, man.
And poverty, let me tell you something. Don't get me wrong. They know wherever there's a high rate of poverty, there's a high rate of criminality.
Right.
But you still can raise a child. If you got a father in the house, you can raise that child in poverty, and that child still grow up halfway okay. Still be, you know what I'm saying, still gonna have some issues. But that child ain't gonna be near about as bad as a child to grow without a father.
Man,
and that's when when you don't have a father, a lot of times that leaves you open for abuse. It leaves you, and the family breakdown is what is not having a father in the house.
man.
You understand? And this is what, give me the scripture where it said that you can't spoil a bind, that you got to bind a strong man to spoil his goods.
Conor McGregor.
You understand? This is what goes on in the black household.
That's right.
Hispanic and Native American Indian household. And this is going on with all these young girls, man. These young girls, 12, 13, 14-year-old, running amok. And these black women ain't got a damn thing to say. they with their nose up in the air, looking like everything okay, until their child do some shit like this on live.
Damn. That's cold.
You wasn't raising that child from the get-go. All you did was use that man for child support money, and then now that girl grow up having sex with whoever, doing whatever. You understand? And she mimicking your behavior, some of you women.
Yeah.
To be honest.
That's right.
You can't teach her how to be a woman because you was too busy being a hoe.
Damn.
Let's just keep it real tonight. Let's just keep it real. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
You was too busy being a hoe, so you couldn't raise her. You couldn't teach her to be a woman.
Right.
Because that's something you never could be.
Man.
And then when she failed in life, you want to go call the daddy in to get her out of jail and talk to her.
Right.
Some of you black women are disgusted, man.
Right.
And let me tell you something. Any of you black women that's coming up against ISUPK, like I said, you need to shut your mouth right now. Any of you coming at Commander Junior Hunter and mad at what the hell we saying, we love our sisters in here.
That's right.
Our sisters up here going to conduct themselves accordingly in the ISUPK. Make no mistake about it. You understand?
Right.
We're not going to let our daughters do whatever the hell they want to do.
Right.
You understand why? Because you got men up in here.
Yep.
And men control. Men are the protectors of the household, the protectors of the community, the protectors of the nation. And you black women and use the white woman and the white man's feminism to try to subdue the black man. And the white man, you black women are co-conspirators on this. Because you go right along with the white man to try to bring the black man down, and then look what happened to these kids. She said it. Nancy Grace said it. Where was the father?
Right.
I'm afraid they grew up in a deprived household. It's a white woman saying this. This ain't a black man saying this. It's a white woman saying this. So is she wrong?
Man.
Go ahead.
Conor McGregor, this is the book of Matthew, the book of Mark, chapter 3, verse 27. It reads, "No man can enter into a strong man's house and spoil his goods, except he will first bind the strong man, and then he will spoil his house."
The Bible said this: you can't go into a strong man's house unless you got to bind him first. Why? Because you go and try to go into that strong man's house and he ain't bound, he's fully operational, he's fully in power, you're going to lose your life.
Yeah. Quick, fast, in a hurry.
You're going to lose your life.
That's right.
You understand?
Yes, sir.
And black, Hispanic, and Native American Indian man, you are the strong man.
Right.
This is the Lord right here giving a breakdown on a microcosm of how our family, the nucleus of our family has been destroyed.
Mm-hmm.
He said no man can enter into the strong, meaning that what? He had to find a way to bind him first.
Yeah.
And what did they bind you with? They bind you with that women's liberation bull crap, that women's rights bull crap. You understand? That women empower. I'm leery of the word that women empowerment. So I always hear that women empowerment. You understand? Because usually that's a code word for meaning a man being absent somewhere around there. You understand? Now, are we in ISUPK for women going to school and getting good jobs? And yes, we for that. Like, it's sisters up here that got degrees, master degrees, PhDs, all kinds of degrees.
Right.
But they understand that doesn't mean that they are in power over their man.
Right.
And over the power structure that the Lord set in order for this nation.
That's right.
And to be honest, a woman can only be empowered if her man, if her nation is intact.
That's right.
That's how you retain power. You may gain it, but can you retain it? No.
Man.
You will not retain that power if you don't have a strong man to make sure that it stays in place. The Bible says, read that part one more time, my brother.
Conor McGregor, Mark chapter 3, verse 27 in the New Testament, and it reads, No man can enter into a strong man's house and spoil his goods, except first.
And what is that man's goods? That man's goods is his wife and his children.
Yes, sir.
All the other things are his goods too. Those other things that may be materialistic, but more so his wife and his children, those are his goods, man.
Right.
Spoil mean to rob. They didn't rob you women out of the last decade or so, two or three decades. In most cases, I'll go back to the height of the feminist movement. They didn't rob you out of a man.
Damn.
They didn't rob you out of a husband. They didn't rob you out of that. And at the same time, they didn't rob your children out of a father,
Damn.
out of a leader, out of a protector. They didn't rob you. And they didn't did it just like the serpent did Eve in the garden. They did it by promising you power, that you would be like gods. That's why a lot of you women calling yourself goddesses right now. You want to be worshipped. You understand? But there's a catch. There's a catch to that power. With great power comes responsibility. And some people are not able to handle power. Let me just be honest with you. Power ain't for everybody. You understand? The Bible says the woman is the weaker vessel. She's trying to take on all these things. She can't take on all these things. Now, look, he done got the man out the house. Now you got to work 2 or 3 jobs just to maintain the household. So who's raising your kids? Huh? Who's raising your kids? You want that woman empowerment. Now you got to work overtime. Who's raising your kids now? You understand? That's why every city I go into, I go to a bus stop or I go to some newspaper stand and I see a young black girl missing, a young black boy missing, 10 years old, 5 years old. These women can't even watch over their kids, man. You understand? Yep. Don't tell us a damn thing about raising a family. We know how to raise families just fine over here.
Right.
Go ahead, brother. Bind the strong man, spoil his goods. Go ahead.
Except he will first bind the strong man, and then he will spoil his house. Damn.
You see that?
Damn.
That's what's going on right now, man. And you hear these Democrats always talking about vote. When the last time they said something about child support reform? Huh? When the last time you hear them bring up they love to talk about women's rights and women empowerment. When the last time you hear something about child support reform? That won't even come up on the goddamn ballot. You know why? Because they want to keep you black men under the bottom.
Damn.
But I'm telling you right now, the prophet of the Lord, you black men, you get in the ISUPK. You Hispanic, Native American, Indian brothers, you get in the ISUPK. Your stock is about to rise. You understand? Your stock is about to rise like GameStop stock didn't roll. Your stock about to go through the roof in a minute. Trust in what I'm telling you. You understand? The Lord said He's gonna make a man more precious than fine gold in a minute. They didn't rob these black women, and the white woman can get on TV and mock you black women on national TV.
Damn.
She can mock you and your daughters on national TV, but you call her your ally. You call her your women empowerment sister. You a fool.
Damn.
Go ahead, bro. Let's go back to this story.
Conor McGregor. Nancy Grace goes on to say, Cap, she says, I have 13 causes of why kids kill. No father, unstable, abusive home, because of bullying, especially with violent entertainment, obsession with deadly weapons, a wrong friend, peer pressure, property, mental illness. It all comes into play, he said. Now, you just can't point to one thing, but usually there's 4 or 5 in each murder that I think is different than adult killers. Now, Grace was quick to dispute Chalmers' claim, noting that the alleged attacker appeared well kempt and displayed designer sportswear in the widely circulated video. We're talking about the killers who are.
She's saying because she had on some Nike shoes,
Oh,
and then she was it ain't poverty.
Come on,
you
man.
see where she going with this shit? Excuse my language.
I see it. Yeah, Conor McGregor. Yeah. All right, let's get some more, y'all. Golly, man. So now she says, we're talking about the killers who are calling the victim a bitch, and they don't give a F about her, Grace said. and we're worried that they grew up without daddy and peer pressure and they got bullied in the 3rd grade? Are you serious? Really? Am I the crazy one? Do you hear what this woman's saying, man?
Do you understand? Now, hold on. Now, she didn't say these were young deprived. Do you listen, man? The Bible say an enemy cannot be hid in a time of adversity.
That's right.
You notice she called these little girls. She said they're killers. Like listen. Once let me tell you something. You follow behind these people you want to.
Damn.
As soon as you do, remember, Satan always uses your sin as leverage against you.
Oh, man, that's heavy. Good night.
All that women's empowerment shit went out the door. These are killers. That's what she said.
Damn.
That's what she said about your daughters. And you know why she can say that? Because you didn't threw their father out the house. That's why. That's why.
Damn.
You wanted to strip the black man. You wanted to bind the strong man. You understand? And why? And guess what? A strong man, he can protect his goods, and in his household, he demands and commands respect. A lot of you women,
damn,
you kick the black man out the house, Hispanic, Native American, Indian man out the house. That young boy, when he gets 14 to 15 years old, he started to get some height on him, started to get a little strength on him. You ain't telling him what time to come in the house. Who you fooling? A lot of these kids now, 13, 14, got fully automatic weapons, semi-automatic weapons out here right now. They got enough firepower to deal with police, to be honest.
Yeah.
To battle with a cop. You telling them when to come in the house? These young girls, they 12, 13, 14 years old, get with some local drug dealer on the street that got money. He paying your rent. Who you fooling? You know we know.
Damn.
We from the ghetto. We from the street, from the same place you from.
Right.
You think we don't know that 15-year-old drug dealer ain't paying your rent? You think that girl ain't giving you money from the drug dealer? You black women, you have got spoiled, man.
Damn.
You just as simple as a daughter. Long as the money coming in.
Damn.
They running some kind of scam. Long as the money coming in, you don't care.
Right.
As long as your phone bill paid and the rent paid, you let her do whatever she want to do.
Right. Right.
You understand?
Right.
Like the household our households are in disarray right now. We got a lot to deal with, man. And you black women shouldn't be coming up against the IRGP telling us nothing on the street.
Right.
You should be calling in and saying, where do I donate? What can I get counsel? What can I keep my daughter from doing what she did on live?
Right.
You understand? Go ahead, my brother.
Conor McGregor. All right, so let's get some more. The host later became emotional when she revealed that the victim was close in age to her twin children. Quote, "How do you think the parents feel seeing this girl chased down and stabbed dead?" She said. I mean, feel, I don't want to come down on you, but please, I mean, this girl bled out on the floor at Walmart, and you're telling me the killers may have been deprived? See, they don't have any more names, Cap. You see that? They're killers. They don't have any more names from here on out.
Listen.
Right.
That's right. They killers. They
criminals.
Once
and stuff.
again,
Mm-hmm.
there will be no mercy. They don't give you any mercy.
Right.
Go ahead.
Right. Conor McGregor. They've been deprived of something, of course. Chalmers retorted. It may not be money, but something is not right that they would do something like this. Yeah, Grace interjected. They're criminals. All right. So
Repeat that one more time. They're what?
Conor McGregor. They're criminals. Right. This is what she said.
And listen, that's been a common thing right now. This whole thing that's been going on in America with all this criminality and all this stuff. The whole thing about humanity. And we have said before that these people don't recognize your humanity. Now, if this was a white boy that shot up a school, they would be saying, you know what? He didn't get enough love at home.
Right.
No one was his friend at the school. He can shoot up a whole goddamn. Now, don't get me wrong. What these young girls did was wrong. It was wrong. They shouldn't have stabbed that girl.
Right.
You understand? There was failure on the parent side, raising them kids. They should have knew where them kids was. Let me tell you something. They should know where these young girls and young boys at all times. Where you at? And I think it was late when this happened. You know what I'm saying? We got to get in charge of our family.
Yes.
Make no mistake about it. Because if we don't get in charge of our family, we're going to continue to deal with this crap. We're going to continue to have our kids in this institutional, this mass incarceration, privatized prisons they got. All of this, man. You understand?
Damn.
She said they ain't human. But if this was, rest assured, if this was a white girl that stabbed somebody or shot up a school or something like that, you know the narrative would be totally different.
Right. The language would be completely
narrative
different.
would be.
Yeah.
The language would be different. He was a troubled child. He didn't get enough love. He didn't get this. He didn't get that. He's on medication. All this stuff, they were excuses they would have made for them. But when it come to your children, you got to understand you would receive no mercy.
Damn.
You understand? But you listen to these same people and took their advice on how to raise your family when God gave you instruction on how to raise a family.
Boy,
you understand? Give me where it talks about the power structure. How is the man, the woman is the Most High Christ,
Conor McGregor,
then the man and the woman.
Conor McGregor.
You understand?
Conor McGregor.
So 4 of these girls were charged with second-degree murder, man. And 3 others were charged as the principal to the second-degree murder.
Right.
So that's their story, and they didn't probably threw half of their life away doing this dumb stuff, man. You understand?
Damn. Yeah, I put them on the screen. Of course, their faces are blurred out, but I did go ahead and put them on the screen so they could, see the girls and so forth.
It's something else, man. It's something else. You know what I'm saying?
Conor McGregor.
We got a lot we got to deal with, man. We got a lot we got to deal with. So let's get that scripture, and then we're gonna move on to the next story, my brother.
Conor McGregor. So this is First Corinthians in the New Testament, chapter 11, verse 3, and it reads as such. It says, verse 3, "But I would have you know that the head of every man is Christ, and the head of every woman."
You understand that? This is the power structure.
Right.
The Lord is saying the head of every man in this nation is Christ. That's who our leader is. You understand?
That's right.
Now, of course, we have Christ. Christ is not here physically on earth, so we have Commander General Yohana, of course, who serves Christ.
Right.
That's who over this nation.
Right.
Under Christ. You understand? That's our leaders. That's our leadership. That's the one who's the bridge back to the Lord.
Right.
You understand why? Because he's a prophet of the Lord, and the Lord, he upheld his truth all this time, and taught us our identity through the Bible, taught us how we should conduct ourselves. You understand? The head of every man is Christ. Right. The head of Commander General Yohana is Christ. You understand? There's a rank structure. You understand? All of us are under Christ.
Right.
You understand? All of us are under authority, a spiritual hierarchy. Why? Because the Lord said, let everything be done in decency and in order. There has to be a structure. There has to be accountability. You understand? Go ahead.
Come on. And the head of every woman is the man, and the head of Christ.
The head of every woman is herself.
The head of every woman is the man.
You see that? This is the New Testament.
Right.
For all you feminists. See, and you know what? Your pastor don't read this scripture. I forgot. He too busy kissing the white man ass in the Southern Baptist Convention.
Oh, man. Right.
Do not defy the Lord's convention. Stop defying the Lord's convention.
Man.
The head of every woman is a man.
Right.
Do you understand that? Now, how can I misinterpret that? I don't want y'all.
There is no misinterpretation.
Is that a misinterpretation of what the hell I'm saying?
Absolutely. That's straight out of Wide Eyed Shut, Cap. It's not even difficult. That's a ABC 1, 2, 3 verse. There's nothing, difficult changed around. I mean, we put in the triangle in the triangle space. We put in the square in the square space, and the circle go where the circle is. This is pre-K stuff. It's not, misconception.
Damn right. A child can understand this.
Right.
The head meaning the authority.
Right.
The head, it represents the central authority of the body, the top of the body, the head.
Right.
The head of the woman is the man. That's cut and dry, sisters.
Yep. Well,
But you listen to the white man and his philosophy, and now you don't have a head. You understand? And your children don't have an authority.
right.
Go ahead, my brother.
Conor McGregor. And you know what they'll say, Cap? Well, that was in the Bible. That was written back then, how the woman was written back then. Okay, cool. So, what happens when, of course, we know what adultery really is, but what happens when, a church woman's understanding of adultery happens? See what I'm saying? And Lit Daddy mess over Mama Lula. See what I'm saying? So now it's a problem in the church, right? But, that was a long time ago, right? So you can't pick and choose what verses. This is in the New Testament, like Cap just said. It's in the New Testament. Okay? All right, so let's get some more. It's absolutely amazing. And again, it says, and the head of Christ is God. There you go.
You understand?
Mm-hmm.
So even Christ so how you women ain't above Christ? If Christ got a head, then damn sure you got a head.
That's right.
And Christ is perfect.
Damn.
So how is it that you don't got nobody to answer to, but Christ do? But then you want to say, and see, a lot of you Christians, you want to skip over the man and go to Christ. You want to skip over your man and go to Christ. See, you understand? you want to try to override your man and get skip to Christ. You got to go through your man.
Boy,
That's the structure. That's the hierarchy.
Right.
You can't disrespect your man and go straight to Christ. Once again, that Christian dogma that has brainwashed you. You understand? That's what has happened.
That's right.
Okay, so we all for that, man. We all for that. What store we on now, my brother?
Let me
Let's
see.
go to
Yeah, go ahead. You can choose
what store
it.
you want to get?
Let's see. We have a couple lined
let's
up.
get I tell you what, let's get that football player, man. That bust that black woman upside her head. Let me go to store number 3. Yeah.
Oh, the
I'm gonna stay on you
Seahawks.
women tonight.
Oh yeah, this is excellent. This is excellent to go out on right here.
Yeah,
Cap.
I'm gonna stay on you women tonight because and like I said, hashtag give Gail hell to hell with Gail because we still on her behind.
Right.
You understand? Because see, the type of coverage, they don't get the white men who do this to black women don't get the same kind of coverage that black men get when anything with domestic violence.
Man.
You don't get the same. See, there's a double. And you know what? To say it's a double standard is an understatement. There is no double standard. They're not even a standard when it comes to them, what they do.
Right.
The standard is just with us. But they don't have a damn standard. Go ahead, brother.
Conor McGregor. It says the Seahawks' Chad Wheeler arrested on suspicion of felony domestic violence. Chad Wheeler arrested on suspicion of felony domestic violence. Man. Good night. And look at that right there. Look at that. Good night. Seattle Seahawks.
Look what he did to that sister.
Golly, man.
Look what he did to that sister. Look what he did to that sister's face.
Oh man.
I want all you swirlers to pay attention to that. Look what he did to that sister.
Damn, man.
Go ahead.
Seattle Seahawks offensive tackle Chad Wheeler was arrested in Kent, Washington Saturday on suspicion of domestic violence. According to the police report, the victim called 911 after locking herself in the bathroom and claiming she was being killed following a physical fight with her boyfriend. Cops were also alerted that she suffered a dislocated arm and was bleeding as a result of the alleged altercation. Now, cops heard screaming when they arrived and forced their way into the bathroom, where they found Wheeler standing beside the victim as he allegedly picked the lock initially. Wheeler was uncooperative before being detained, and the victim was transported to the hospital. The police report noted that Wheeler was
meaning he was uncooperative.
Oh man.
And didn't get shot.
Yeah.
Didn't get tased. He
right.
got detained and then she was transported to the hospital. Go ahead.
God damn, man. So now the police report noted that Wheeler was a prescription, has a prescription to treat a bipolar disorder, but he claimed he had not been taking it. Now, the fight reportedly began after the victim refused to bow to Wheeler. Okay, after grabbing, yes, sir, yes, sir.
Hold on, time out. I want your holler.
Oh man,
time out right now.
Oh man,
time out.
what's this, man?
Let me throw a flag on the field since he's a football player. It said that the victim, she was beaten.
Damn,
because
man.
she refused to do what?
Bow to Wheeler. Okay.
Where you black women at? Where you black feminists? I want y'all to, can you imagine the type of vitriol, the predatory journalism? Like that now. I want y'all, did they say this was toxic masculinity that he had? I want y'all.
Absolutely
no, they said
not.
He had a medication for bipolarism.
Right. That he hadn't been taking his medicine.
That if this was a black, can you imagine what the media would do to a black man if he beat a black woman for not bowing? I remember when the movie Waiting to Exhale came out.
Damn.
And I remember when Angela Bassett set that car on. I was young. I remember seeing, but I can remember the tension. Like it was like a black men all over was like they had. I mean, they put pressure on black men when that movie came out. You understand?
Damn.
Because it was like every black woman that felt she was wrong by a black man. I mean, and women burned cars after that. Women did exactly. There wasn't that much social media back then like that, but women were doing that.
Damn.
They started that movie, and Tyler Perry took that movie. That's how he got his start. He studied movies like that, and he said, if I can tap into the black woman's anger, and I can tap into her hatred toward the black man, I can make millions.
Right.
That's what these predatory journalists do. They sit there and they attack black men. All this, like, do you understand what's going on here? She made, but you know what though? This is what you black women get when you start to date outside your race. This is what you do. This is what you think you're gonna get something better than what the Lord gave you.
Damn, man.
You're gonna have to bow to that white man, and he gonna beat you if you don't bow to him.
Wow.
You understand?
And
this is what goes on, and a lot of this going on in those interracial relationships.
Right, and it's lucky if I
You
may.
think you black women gonna go in this, and a black woman is more submissive
That's
to
right.
a man of another race.
That's right.
Than her own man,
Right.
because she can't operate like that with him. Go ahead.
Yeah, it's lucky, sir, if I may. Like, and I mean, it's really striking a nerve with me because it's, this is super heavy because I'm going to tell you, you black women out there, listen, man, you sisters, man, I'm going to tell you right now, man, everybody sees ISUPK videos. Okay, I'm telling you right now, Cap, you know where I'm getting to. And this whole making her bow down, listen, man, the devil, this Chad dude, whatever his damn name is, he done messed around and been on YouTube and ran across some ISUPK videos of us making the enemies, making them white man and the white woman bow down and kiss the boots of the priests and prophets of the Lord, man, of the children of Israel, right? So he's trying to get her to bow down. Listen, I'm just saying, like, listen, man, it when they bow down, it angers and it tears the very fabric of what America stands for, and how the white supremacy is above all humans, and we're God, and the exaltation of our nation is just above anyone, and when they see a white man bow down with his face toward the earth and lick up the dust of the children of Israel, these domestic calls is gonna be more calls than this. I'm saying, because the white man is so proud, he's got to have a bow down. You see what I'm saying, Cap? He got to have a go down because he just seen us like they can't live with themselves, man. I'm saying, and you better get in these classes, man, and you better get in the ISUPK, and you better learn about reincarnation. You better learn who your enemy is. You know what I'm saying? And now is not the time to be thinking that Kamala Harris is a black woman and you can make it if you get a white man. Okay, that's a white Asian woman. That's what God says. You know what I'm saying? So you can take off the damn Chuck Taylors and the pearls and, stop posting on Facebook and stop busted challenge and all of that and get in class, wrap your head up, sis, and cover yourself. You know what I'm saying? Don't just wrap your head up and have your damn, breast out and your legs out. Wrap up and cover up, man, and get in class and learn the truth, because you could be next. You could be next. See what I'm saying? How can you dare think that Jesus, and it's a lot of sisters out there, y'all agree with that. Yeah, you know what? You know, Christ is black. Well, hell, if Christ is black, then guess what? He come from a line and a generation and a bloodline of black men. That's us, man. That's the ones you pushing to the side and bringing hell. You know what I'm saying? Wake up and wake up now. You got a small, I keep saying, you got a small window of opportunity. This ain't going to be always, you know, that invitation is not going to always be open for you. Because guess what? It's some sisters that are waking up. You know what I'm saying? It's some sisters that are covering their head up and covering their body and getting in class, man. See what I'm saying? And guess what? They going to get a priest, man. They going to get a priest, and that priest going to have a crown. And the Bible is going to come true again, because it's the living word. It's going to be 7 women to 1 man. Just to get with him, you got your own money, you got your own clothes, just to cover up your reproach, just to cover up your wholeness, your whoredom that you've been committing. Don't put yourself in that position. Wake up now. All right, you got it, Cap.
Damn right, brother. Damn right. Let's get some more on the story.
Conor McGregor. So now the story continues. It says the fight reportedly began after the victim refused to bow to Wheeler. After grabbing the victim and throwing her on the bed, Wheeler allegedly strangled her until she lost consciousness. When she regained consciousness, the report says, Wheeler expressed shock in her still being alive. Afterward, the victim ran to the bathroom where she called 911 and her family. Man, he tried to kill her, Salaki. While commenting on the incident, the victim allegedly said, what was most terrifying was how cold he was. He thought I was dead on my bed and continued to eat dinner. When I ran into the bathroom, he said, wow, you're still alive, while sipping on a smoothie. The seat, come on, Cap. I cannot believe I just read that. I can't believe it, man.
I don't listen. I be trying not to laugh at this stuff, man. God. But you sisters, man, these black women need some guidance, man.
Boy,
I'm just keeping it real, man. Like we need these sisters be needing guidance. And listen, and this is a football player.
Damn, man.
This is a football player beating up on there. You man, he probably was tossing her around like a rag doll.
Man, he's so strong and built up and been lifting weights for years.
Guess what?
Like,
no one in her family said, you know what, maybe you should try to date a black football player.
Right.
Don't get me wrong.
Right.
Their brother got problems out there too.
Right.
But it's better to work with your own nation. It's better that you It's like you deal with so many, because guess what? He gonna get off. Make no mistake about it. He getting off. He gonna walk. But look at how the media is treated. Have y'all heard any of the media, mainstream media, say anything negative about this?
Oh, man.
Have you heard Gayle King say anything negative?
Oh, hell no.
Have you heard any of those, Oprah or anybody else, all these black feminists, all these white allies you got, you black feminist allies? Have you heard Nancy Grace say anything about this? No. Because she's too busy talking about your daughters that you failed to raise.
Damn.
Brothers and sisters, man, this is why the Bible says what it says about marrying outside your race.
Damn.
This is what the Bible talks about, man. You ain't supposed to be doing all this type of stuff. And now this sister then got beaten back. He almost killed this sister. You understand what I'm saying? It was by the grace and mercy of the Most High that the Lord spared this sister's life, because he would have killed this sister.
Damn, man.
Go ahead.
Conor McGregor. Again, wow, you're still alive while sipping on a smoothie. Now, the Seahawks signed Wheeler in October 2019 after he was waived by the New York Giants. He went undrafted out of the USC after story revealed that he was involved in an altercation with a teammate and police in 2015. Wheeler was not arrested, but was taken to the Los Angeles hospital for a psychiatric evaluation. The backup lineman is currently a restricted free agent. So the Seahawks released a statement that said, "We are aware of the situation and still gathering information. Chad Wheeler's bail was set at $400,000 and he was released on Tuesday morning. He's been ordered not to have contact with the alleged victim and to surrender all weapons." What you mean? His weapon is his damn spirit. What you talking about? What are they talking? How you gonna release his perpetual hatred?
It's so.
God damn. I'm
Damn
done.
right.
Go ahead, go ahead, Cap.
Man.
Go ahead.
It's
I'm done, man. Nothing happened to
Go
him.
ahead, brother.
Nothing is gonna happen to this. Hey, man. I mean, the things that he said. Wow, you still alive, sipping on a smoothie, and wow, he really thought she was dead. Yet he gets bailed out, right? They gonna bail him out, right? He's out. The Seahawks. We're still gathering information. This and that, blah, 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 blah. It's like they don't care nothing about a black man. And guess what, sister? They don't give a damn about you either, man. They don't. Roll with your black man. Go ahead, sir. Go ahead.
You know what's so important about it, I want y'all,
man,
is that we got to give a damn about each other.
Damn, yes, sir.
That's the problem.
Right.
We got to give a damn about each other. You know what I'm saying? Like if she gave a damn about herself, she wouldn't lower herself to that level. But you got so many sisters that do this, and we'll be reading about you next. So many brothers that do this, we'll be reading about you next. Trust and believe. The next article we'll be reading to be about you.
Damn.
Because you keep looking for love in all the wrong places.
Damn, man.
You understand? And don't sit and tell me that you can't tell somebody who to love and who not to love. The Lord can tell you who to love and who not to love. Don't sit there and tell me that. Did you say you got a personal relationship with him? Well, he decide who you love and who you don't love.
Man.
He decide that, not you. You understand?
Man.
This sister almost lost her life. And like I said, let this serve as a warning to you sisters out there. You think you're getting with a, you know what I'm saying, a blue-eyed angel, you're going to end up finding out. You're going to end up finding out you're going to be somewhere in the basement.
Right.
Locked up, starving, in a dog cage.
Yep. And
you understand?
And if I may, Cap, it's like this sister better learn her lesson, because if she get with another devil, man, she get with another, oppressor, then who is going to, and I don't mean to sound like Mr. T, but who going to pity a fool, man? Who going to pity a charmer when they bitten by a serpent, man? You see what I'm saying? And, listen, sisters and brothers, sometimes, majority of the time, you need to learn your lesson indirectly, meaning you don't have to go through it yourself to find out, right? You can learn from somebody else's mistake. It's okay to learn like that. So Ecclesiasticus chapter 13, verse 15 says, "Every beast loveth his like, and every man loveth his neighbor. All flesh consorteth according to kind, and a man will cleave to his like." Leave these heathen nations alone, man. It's time to rebuild and the restoration of Israel. That's what Christ had in mind. And that was his mission sent by his father Yahweh. And we have to be on that same thing. And guess what? Whoever not with it, they're going to get steamrolled. You're going to get steamrolled over. I'm telling you what day and time that we living in. Cap, you want anything before we close the show, sir?
Damn right, man. We didn't get a chance to talk about the proud rats and all that, but we're gonna be covering these other stories, man. We didn't get a chance to go into tonight, but make no mistake about it, man. We love our sisters, man, but we want to let you know how much danger you in by living the way you living, man, and how we looking. We not looking too good as a nation right now,
right?
Because we living like heathens. We acting like we the Lord's chosen people, but we conducting ourselves like we not his children. And it's time for us to get back to the Most High in Christ. We want to see you at the Passover, man.
That's right.
Coming up this April, man. What is it, April or what?
24th. 24th.
Was 19th?
24th.
April the 24th.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
April the 24th, man. Out there in Houston, Texas, man. Look, man. Go ahead and pay your tithes and your Passover fund, which is $200, man. And listen, that ain't nothing. $200 ain't nothing, because you gonna have a 3-day festival down there. We're going to have a good time,
Goodness.
man. But you want to come on out, man, have a good time with your brothers. Bring the kids, man. Kids going to have a good time, man. Only Israel is allowed. Blacks, Hispanics, Native American Indians, man.
That's
so
right.
Make sure you come out with that, man, and spend a good time. And let's remember what the Lord done for our nation. You know what I'm saying? And bringing us out of the land of Egypt, man, and giving us our own nation, man. I want to thank all our memers and streamers, all the brothers and sisters that's been donating and supporting. The Boot Up or Shut Up. We got the Boot Up or Shut Up cash app. We got a lot of songs dropping. I think Captain McCall just got through dropping another song.
Yeah.
I want y'all. You got your singles coming out.
Yes,
you got
sir.
brothers all over the nation is dropping some music, man. Some heavy music in the nation's uplifting music, inspiring music. You know what I'm saying, with a message. Man, you get on there and you download that, man. I think it might be on iTunes or however they got it. I want y'all. He gonna let you know how to get to it, man. But
that's right.
Make sure y'all doing that, man. Y'all downloading, y'all sharing. Y'all supporting. You know what I'm saying, and doing what you need to do in order, and just not only just learning, but taking these scriptures and these classes and applying it to your life, man.
That's right.
You gotta. This is practical knowledge, meaning you can apply this. These things are applicable to our life, man. Every aspect of our life.
That's right.
Make sure you're doing that, man, and doing what you're supposed to do. And I want to thank you for having me on the show.
Yes, sir.
I'm Captain Kahan Thumyah, reporting live from hell. I'm out of here. Shalom.
Shalom, Cap. All right, y'all. Well, listen, y'all heard it. Y'all heard it first right here on ISUPK Boot Up or Shut Up Radio, man. You see what I'm saying? And that's how we do it, man. That's how we get down on it. You know, we got some wonderful things, man, that we got going on. Again, make sure that you brothers, are at that Passover, man. At the Passover, April 24th, man. See what I'm saying? And you can go to ISUPK.com right now and get all the latest updates on the Passover. It is going to be absolutely glorious, man. Down here in Houston, Texas. Big ups to Priest and Captain 10,000 Yatazak down here hosting this down here, man. It's going to absolutely be wonderful. All the brothers, y'all know how that Houston camp get it in, man. Y'all know how Texas get it in, you know what I'm saying? So that goes without saying, you feel what I'm saying? And again, you know what I'm saying, big ups to Commanding General Hunter. We are going to have this down in Texas, and we're going to have, you know what I'm saying, the love, brotherhood, and sisterhood now. You know what I'm saying? Like no other, man. It is going to be absolutely, fabulous, man. And I cannot, let me get over here so y'all can see me. It's going to be absolutely wonderful, man. You know what I'm saying, to have all of that occur. You see what I'm saying? So again, man, big ups, man, to all our ISUPK radio affiliates. Make sure you go to the website, check out all the ISUPK radio affiliates. Tomorrow in the morning, we have the priest and 12 Shield General Hazayan doing Let a Hebrew Speak. That'll take place in the morning at 10 a.m. Eastern, 9 a.m. Central. Make sure you up, you know what I'm saying, with your hot tea or whatever you do in the morning, man. Make sure you're ready to go. You know what I'm saying? Priest and 12 Shield General Hazayan, Let a Hebrew Speak, will be going on tomorrow, along with Captain Azanaya from Syracuse, New York, the Hidden Truth Reveal. That happens right after Let a Hebrew Speak, okay? Now, later on in the evening, we will have Priest and 12 Shield General Mahayaman Scripture Breakdown on Mondays and Thursdays. Monday at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, okay? That's 6 p.m. Central. Priest and 12 Shield General Mahayaman Scripture Breakdown class, all right? Don't miss that. And guess what follows that? Immediately following that, that's what it all builds up for, man, all right? The leader of this great nation of Israel, Commanding General Yohana, the voice of God, all right, has a show called Black Watch and updates also throughout the week. Black Watch will be tomorrow. All the heavy hitters will be in the building. That'll be 9 p.m. Eastern Time. Black Watch is the new channel, man. Go to YouTube and subscribe to Black Watch, all right? The Commanding General Yohana live tomorrow at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. Make sure you check that out. Tomorrow I'll be in the building, of course. All the heavy hitters will be in the building When I say in the building, I'll be in the chat room, okay? Okay, but I will be there, all right? All the heavy hitters, man. And it's General Mayak Allah. You have General Q, man. You got, again, General Hazayan, man. All the generals, captains, they going to be in the building. Big ups to my brother, Officer Marah, man. He be holding it down. And listen, man, ISUPK forever and a day, man. You see what I'm saying? And guess what? We are not affiliated with any other Hebrew Israelite group or organization. Clique, posse, T-shirt wearing, fringes, whatever they doing. We're not a part of that, man. You know what I'm saying? All right? ISUPK, man, the original zone. You understand what I'm saying? Big us, man. Hey, no affiliation, man. We finna rock this out. You know what I'm saying? With Danya Allah and Captain Tower War, man. Officer Danya Allah. We're going to get into it. No affiliation, man. It's ISUPK. That's how we get down, man. That's what it's been since the very beginning, man. No affiliation. You understand? Hey, y'all, we see y'all next Sunday. Same time, 8 p.m. Central to 10 p.m. Central Time. I'm your host, Priest and Officer 5001 Ya Allah Banya Hawadah Banya Allah. Listen, that is my registry. Until then, hey, love you, Israel. Shalom to all my brothers and sisters, man. You know what it is. Yeah. No affiliation, man. Absolutely.
Perfect.
I was gonna rip his heart out. I'm the best ever.
Captain Tower War.
Brutal and vicious and most ruthless champion there's ever been. There's no one
Officer
can stop me.
Daniela.
Lynx is a conqueror. No, I'm Alexander. He's no
No
Alexander.
affiliation, man. ISUPK, we stand
I'm
alone.
the best ever. There's never been anybody as ruthless.
Chill.
I'm Sonny Liston. I'm Jack Dempsey. There's no one like me. I'm from Nairclaw. There's no one that can match me.
No affiliation, why they faking? This ain't for debating. We the real, they really imitation. I be contemplating why this ain't on like heavy rotation on radio stations. I just pray the Lord give me patience, cause I'm running through these rappers like my name Walter Payton. Shitting on these rappers, 9 to 5 is my occupation. Raw, you come in with your best troops, you best bring more. Already told you I got the juice like Orenthal. Already know what I'm about to do, bet your men fall. Everyone know that we got the truth, all your men falls. So boss, overtaking our enemies. Moves calculated and orchestrated like symphonies. Smooth operated when bringing haters to misery. Top 5 list ain't shit unless you mention me. Yeah, that's why we don't associate. Fuck niggas make them more fuck niggas. Why they procreate, why they overhate, cause they time is short and a moment late. Let it culminate to they harder race and the pulpit. Cowards perpetrate like they little group is respectable. Talking intellectual, all of you homosexuals, faggots.
There's no one like me. I'm from Nairclaw. There's no one that can match me. My style is impetuous. My defense is impregnable. And I'm just ferocious. I want your heart. I want to eat his children.
I don't want to congregate. I don't want to deal with you. I don't want to fellowship. I ain't trying to build with you. Ain't the UPK, ain't the truth. Keep it real with you. Defenders of the faith, I got no problem bumping heads with you. All that bullshit, you can take it over there with you. Rather be a houseboy. Rather run with them field niggas. Show them to put in work. Move mountain, crush hills, nigga. Take a dead soul, breathe life and make it live, nigga. No affiliation, so it's no one to compare with us. Took the Lord's laws and just added it with fear, nigga. Aim for the body, cause you know like killer head quicker. With these bars, I'm on my grizzly, so bear witness. You spit cold, I spit flu. Don't compare sickness. You floss diamond, I floss fringes. Don't compare dentist. UPK, we men the wall shit. We ain't Christian. Harm one of us, get pistol whip like the gun got a belt with it. I'm bred different. The competition just a mill. I'm fed different. I stood front line with them fields. I bled different. I'd rather be a corpse than a coward. I'm led different. Shit, I'm led different. Come through like a juggernaut, so don't get in the way. And we take everything serious. We don't play. I wonder now what they gon' say. Shit, we make profits out of shooters like the NBA. You get slayed for switching sides, nigga. We ain't on the same page. Immaculate conception. Wow. These niggas bitch switch made. I'm sticking with the foundation where my bricks laid. You switch sides, I'd rather switch cage. You was never with us, nigga, just know we on mission, nigga. Right hand hold the scriptures, nigga, left hip hold the pistol, nigga. How you want it? You can get it spiritual or physics, nigga. Wrong ones to come against, so bring an army with you. No affiliation, when you see us, make the difference with us. No affiliation, when you see us, know we different, nigga. No affiliation, so no, you can't kick it with us. The wrong ones to come against, bring an army with you.